Sergeant Stan Sherrar and Constable Alex Tachinelli headed to the scene.
Once you get below the international control gates, you're in rough water, and there's no chance of getting out of the water before going over the falls.
It's such a helpless feeling when you don't have a rope to throw anybody. And the feeling was becoming more intense because you knew the clock was ticking and they didn't have much time. They actually had two perils in front of them, the intakes for the turbines and the falls. Either one, they were going to die.
When the officers arrived, they spotted the two women in the rapids less than 500 yards from the falls.
We started screaming, swim towards the light.
Come on, swim!
We tried to pan back and forth between the two of them, and we lost one of them. And I turned to my sergeant and said, one's gone. And we started to concentrate on the other woman. When I said that to him, I meant that one is going over the falls.
Constable Tachinelli threw Karen a rope, while Sergeant Sherrar guided her in with his flashlight.
Swim this way! Come on, come on!
And Alec and I just kept hollering, keep swimming, keep swimming. Because if she hadn't been coming over toward us, then Alec was going to go in. Because we figured we lost one already, there's no way we're going to lose the second one.
Karen had a deep gash in her leg from the boat's propeller, and she was in shock, but she was safe.
I remember being pulled up over the wall, and the police who was rescuing me, all I could see was blood down his hand. I was shaking. I was scared. They laid me down. I remember them laying me down on the ground. I yelled. I said, "Where's Chanel?" They wouldn't answer me, and I thought she went over.
Rescuers with the Niagara Falls Fire Department joined in the search for Janelle, including firefighter Bob Bevington.
She had gone on down, and I felt at this point there was no possible way she could be saved. But the captain told us to take a drive further downriver and, just see what we could see. As soon as we stopped, I could hear her screaming out there.
Firefighter Bob Carpenter was also a member of the rescue team.
At the time I spotted the victim, she was approximately 350 yards from the brink of the falls. She was crying for help and said she was totally exhausted, that she couldn't swim to me. I told her, I don't give if you're tired, you're going to start swimming to me, and I don't give a if you're tired or hurt, you're going to swim to me now.
You gotta come to me now!
I had to shock her into reality. If she didn't swim back to me, we had no chance of getting her.
Just swim! Swim to me now!
There was no way that I could possibly throw that rope far enough for her to get it. So there was only one way of doing it left. If she couldn't come to us, we were going to have to go to her. I'm not a brave guy, but it looked like we had a shot, so I took it. And I remember thinking, hey, this is crazy. What are you doing? Your mother raised an idiot here.
Hey, take care, Bob. We're coming to get you. Keep swimming. Come on. Come on. Keep swimming. Come and meet us.
I was really tired by this time. If I get right up to her, and if she panics and grabs onto me, didn't think I'd be able to fight her off. And she'd probably drown me.
Don't fight him! Put out your hand! Don't fight him!
'em. I just pulled as hard as I could, but I had to slow down when we came close to the shore because the rocks would just shoot up his back end.
Careful, careful of rocks. Okay, you got it. You got it, right here. All right.
And she threw her arms around me, and she just crushed me practically. And it was the most incredible feeling I have ever experienced in my life. It was a totally clean save. I mean, she wasn't injured. All she was wet. And she was alive, and it worked, and we did it, and it was fantastic.
30 seconds after Janelle was saved, her boat reached the edge of the falls. Recently, Karen and Janelle got a chance to personally thank their rescuers.
I remember you. We need more people like him. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. He's no fool, and I don't care if somebody says, well, that's his job. No, that's not his job. He didn't need to do that.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Bob Bevington is the one who physically went in the water. But Bob Carpenter, he pushed me. He was outstanding on that megaphone. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have given up.
It's helped that we've remained friends. We've been able to deal with it together. You can talk to everybody in the world, but if they haven't been through it, they don't know what it's like. They can't feel that water. They can't feel that fear of not coming up for air. They don't know what it's like to think you're going to go over those falls and never return.